What's up, world, and welcome back to the Global Frequency. I'm your host, Nefarious.
And I'm Frequency Girl.
And today we are joined by Arman Nasim, award-winning businessman and content creator, here tonight to tell us all about his new creator-owned comic book crowdfunding campaign, Lunar Smoke, now available over on Kickstarter.
That was a mouthful.
Arman, welcome to the show!
How are you guys doing? Hello.
You're doing well. You seem a little mellow, not nice and chill. What'd you have for dinner?
It was like Indian food, so.
Ooh.
Very nice.
I like me some vindaloo, if you know what I mean.
I'm a butter chicken girl.
Yeah, that's true. You are. And you like your garlic naan.
Garlic naan.
And
I
naan is the
I like
best.
my
Hers is
mango
so
lassi.
good.
Yeah.
The Sini Gobi is also awesome.
Oh, now we're talking about food.
I
So
know.
it's
I
one of
know.
those shows.
It
We're gonna be
is.
hungry by the time we get midway through.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So before we get into talking about the book, why don't we spend some time catching up? Tell me about your last campaign.
Rush New York City. It went very well. It was a new title, and I was unsure if an all ages title would do well, and it did. People still came out, supported it, so I was pretty happy with it. And and then now it's off at the printers, and we're kind of just waiting for that. So
How long did it run?
2 weeks, and
So you ran the campaign for 14 days.
yes.
Holy crow, dude. That's like half the time of a normal Kickstarter campaign and a quarter of the time of most Indiegogo campaigns.
That is right. And also, this one.
That's not the one I want to look at. I want to look at this one.
This one I didn't want
You're
to
the one
bring.
that added.
I didn't want to bring it. This new one. I'm trying 3 weeks now, so we're gonna kind of see.
Right. Find your
Sweet
your
spot.
momentum, your sweet spot. Yeah, but you're really good at that because you've done it with your printers, you've done it with your tiers, you've kind of like flipped things around and seen what works, what doesn't work. So this is all part of learning experience for you too. It's not like you're married to doing it one way. So Rush had 71 backers, almost $2,000, some really beautiful cover art. And you had a team on this. Who was your team here, and who, if anyone, is coming back?
I don't know what that means, but Kate's gonna.
No. I mean on this campaign, the one we're talking about tonight, Lunar Smoke.
Oh, who's coming back on Lunar Smoke? Well, definitely me as the writer, but nobody else I don't think is coming back up from that campaign.
So you have an entirely different team now.
Yep, and that's what I do. I put new teams together all the time.
That's pretty cool. So you've got an entirely different team working on Rush. You've got one working on Elixir. You've got one working on Lunar Smoke. You've got one working on Gen Sup, right?
Yep.
What am I forgetting? I know I'm forgetting one.
Shelby wants to know
Lost
how
Magic,
many
the
talks
one
we're
that
gonna do
started
today.
it all. The one that started it all was Lost Magic. That's the one.
Lost Magic, right. So how many creator-owned comics is that?
So this is the 8th for the 8th month, August. Yeah, so this is number 8.
So this is the 8th book, but how many titles?
5.
5. So you've got 5 cocks.
That's right. I do.
You are a man of many talents with 5 creator-owned comics in development. You're trying to release 7 issues this year, so you're gonna try and show off your cocks twice at least.
Movig says between Lunar Smoke, NYC Rush, and Elixir, it looks like it's going to be a handful of cocks today.
Right. Quite a handful. Let's say hello to the chat
Yes,
before
yes,
we
yes.
go any further, because I was first. Haha.
No, you were not.
And
Lies,
then Mo
lies.
timed me out.
Apparently, Mo had like 3 comments that just vanished and didn't show up. D-Wag had one that vanished too.
I did see
YouTube does that
the D-Wag
sometimes.
saying
It
first.
Just kinda, like, eats
I did.
them.
He took a screenshot of
Yeah.
it. So
But now Mo's back in the running to get a mug. because he's our first comment. It's pinned.
Yeah, Mo's upset that his comments are vanishing. D-Wag's upset. You're being cracked. No, I'm sorry, man. You're being cock blocked, is what it is. They can't gatekeep us all. Look at those roosters right there.
We have Genuine Comics, Dave Brink.
Who can't wait to see your cock. Neither can we.
Dave's is a perfect 10.
It's true, because perfect 10 is a perfect 10.
Curtis Outlet's wife would not let him show his cock.
That's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know much about Will's cock. Will's cock could be quite impressive. I haven't heard anything about it. I know I saw on Twitter Shelby, who's in the chat, also was sketching something secret, showing off the superhero crotch, and so it's a secret cock.
Oh, there you go.
Not sure what he's doing over there. We also got 80s Made.
Consumer.
Glad to have you with us.
And we said hi to Shelby.
Yes, we did. We did just say hi to Shelby.
And
Rick Saylor. And we got hockey.
Oh, your hat arrives today. That's awesome. Yay. I can't wait to see it.
And we got Rick, which is fantastic. I'm always glad when Rick is here.
How's it going?
5 cocks. That's like tentacle porn. I mean, maybe we don't want to get.
I mean, not all at once, right? So.
Well, you could go pick up all 5 of Arman's cocks.
I mean, you could, because don't you have them available on your website?
He does.
Yep,
right.
That is true.
But we're not trying to do anything pornographic on this channel. We're not trying to be lewd or anything.
We're wholesome.
We're talking about creator-owned comics, guys, and that's really the only kind of cock I want to see. So, before we talk more about Lunar Smoke, right? Why don't you tell me, since you're a man of many talents and many passions, what you've got in the works when it comes to music right now? What are you working on?
Music. Interesting. Well, I definitely did something new for this campaign that I'm going to try and bring more of is more original songs. Original songs for each of these properties in each of these books. But besides that, I'm always going to concerts. Because part of what I do on the business side is, look for new talent and stuff like that on the management side of things. So I'm always going to concerts, every weekend for, now is like the fun summertime. So good weather.
I wish that wasn't my job. I wish my job was just go to concerts like all the time. Why don't I major in that?
No, major in concert going. Because Arman is smarter than we are. Teacher. No, what I meant specifically is like looking at this, the creator's mixtape stretch goal on Rush NYC. Now you've got this, which is it's music on the campaign.
Yes,
it's free because it's on Spotify. You've also got something on Lunar Smoke, which we'll be talking about in a minute, but it's also music related.
Sorry, I'm laughing at our chat because they're funny. First up, hi Dean, and he says, "Oh shit, ignore the photos I sent you, Neff."
Because he sent me photos of his cock.
Yes,
it's funny.
Yes,
you're funny.
I am.
Yeah. No. So last time you were on, I said I was wondering if you were going to be doing more with that, more music-based entertainment, trying to expand the multimedia element of the comic book. And it seems like with what's on Lunar Smoke, we're going to look at that in a second. You are, but I think it started here. So what is a creator's mixtape?
So me and Kate, when when I told her this as soon as this was last year when we first agreed to kind of start working on this, I said, whenever you feel inspiration, whenever you're drawing, whenever I'm writing, let's put on music, and let's put on playlists and anything that we really like that makes us like in the mood. We're gonna throw it all into this pot, and then from there, at the end of it, we're gonna make like a 30-minute or 1 hour playlist. From all the songs we like, and it's kind of all started, I think "Say Anything" was the movie, or there was another one with John Cusack back in the day.
Boombox over the head.
Yes.
Outside the window.
Where he was basically, Does that work? Just show me your boombox.
Yes.
But it was.
I have a cock, so I have to improvise.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, you don't have a cock to improvise, so you're going to show me your boombox. All right, I get it. All right, I'm down with that.
It was also High Fidelity. It was the other movie. So those two movies combined, kind of got me into mixtapes.
The music shop.
Yep. Kind of got me into mixtapes and the power of them. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool thing. I want to kind of try and bring that back. That's a big part of music. It's not just original songs. So, creating that mood, that setting that people can just listen to and be like, oh, that's cool. And of course, it always helps on creating these things. So yeah, it's another like fun tidbit to get into our heads when we're creating the space or the story.
So you made a mixtape of pre-existing songs, kind of shuffled them all together, and made a playlist on Spotify, and that was the $1,000 stretch goal.
Yes.
Cool, man. That's at least neat because it's the music that inspired the book, but it's not necessarily music to read the book to, right? Unlike what we're seeing with Lunar Smoke, which I'm going to pop up real quick. I'm going to need you to scroll down though to show me the stretch goal.
Oh yeah, that's my screen.
Right, that's yours.
Chat. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're more important than me and Arman.
No, not Arman.
Oh, just me. All right.
The chat is why we're here.
It's true. Would you do me a favor and scroll down to Arman's Arman's music thing? It's probably down there in the stretch goal section, right?
Yep.
Arman, do you sing yourself? Quiet, no answer.
Are you blowing right by it? Thank you.
There, sorry. I was waiting for Arman to answer.
What was the question? It was.
Do you sing?
Do I sing? That back in the day, I haven't in a long time. I would say.
We're bringing back karaoke.
Not a long, it's just been years, but I used to play. I have a guitar, not in my room, but that was back in high school.
We're bringing back karaoke in like just a couple weeks.
I don't know when we're bringing back karaoke. That's entirely on you. I'm gonna say hello to the chat. I'm gonna catch it up because our chat is so important. They're why we're here.
Yes, I was talking to them.
We got El Padrino, right?
That's what, yeah, I was trying to do he did heart hands the other day that were like.
They're like this?
No, that's how I usually do it like that, but he did them like, I don't know, but I look like I'm making like eyeglasses or something.
We got Phil with us too. What's up, Phil?
Hey, Phil.
Glad to see you, my friend. We have got Neo Star, the brilliant star that shines through the night, the jagged rock in the boot of crime. Riserman stands before you. And we've got Lord Ravener as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, Lord Ravener. I think we've got Lord Crackhead tonight. It's Wednesday, right?
Yes, it is Wednesday. He just got 10K on his.
I know, it's crazy. I saw that. I was like, who watches these videos? But I mean apparently people love Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, I
haven't watched any of the new stuff.
Yeah, I don't watch Game of Thrones anymore. The last season ruined it for me. I gave up. We've also got Sumo Thori. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sumo. Such an impressive display of cocks, indeed. We've got Frog G. Frog G will put out the link to all the cocks.
Hockey said if you keep using the acronym, I'm leaving. Sorry, Hockey. We don't want to chase you away. We love you, Hockey. Oh, Mobic says, don't be a cock blocker, Hockey. We're trying to hit some stretch goals today.
And Lord Ravener says, yeah, man. Lord Crackhead is doing great. We are super excited that Jeremy's channel is like blowing up like that. It is crazy to see. So tell me about this original song, my man. These are usually very expensive to do. You got to get to the recording studio. You got to record the vocals. You got to get someone to do all the music. You have to actually compose the thing first. And how did you pull this off? An original song for $2,500 on the campaign, just free to everybody.
It was more of a process of learning how to do it. This is why I really wanted to do it, right? I would say I've never actually, I knew how to put together a song, but I've never actually done it for anything before, I would say. So doing this, it started with the writing. So I was like, all right, these are the lyrics that I kind of want. And Pedro was a big help of this. Pedro is a rock star. I'm sure you guys know Pedro Ang. And then we got, we expanded the team little by little. Actually, DJ Lorenzo Flores was another comic creator that was on my show that I met through like a good mutual friend in the comic industry. And then from there, it kind of, he just said he was a DJ for many years, and he kind of left it behind. And I'm like, do you want to come out of retirement? So he did that. It was great for him to come out. And then, it was a mosh posh for getting like the right people doing like what they're best at. So we got Pedro on guitar. We got Lozo DJing and mixing it, producing the song. And then I needed the vocals, and the vocals were kind of the hardest part. And then I found this girl, who sounded like great. It wasn't poppy. It was like alternative rock, pop, like a mix of everything that I really liked. So everything just came together perfectly. But it was mostly about finding the right people was the hardest part.
Mobiggs wants to know, with Pedro on guitar, will his crickets be handling the backing vocals?
Yes, sir. They absolutely will. They absolutely do.
What's up, Jay Burns? Just stopping by to say hi and share. Arman, Elixir is beautiful book. Great job to you and the team. Indeed, it is. We also got Danny with us.
No.
F Danny.
Yes, all the karaoke. I will do karaoke 24/7 if it upsets Danny. So I had caffeine today for the first time in like a week. I cannot be held responsible for anything I do or say. I apologize.
It's always something, though, guys.
It is.
It's always
is.
like,
I just,
I haven't had coffee. I'm super cranky. I can't be held responsible for anything. Or I've had too much caffeine. I can't be held responsible for anything. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. We also got Dojo. What's up, Dojo? Thank you so much for tuning in, my dude. He said earlier that he can't wait to see all the creator-owned comics on display. I'm trying not to overuse the acronym. Was you missed your shot inspired by B-Rose coming to terms with the James and Lady B-Rose situation?
Me and B-Rose did have many conversations, and probably in my subconscious, just being around him, it kind of spread. So I'm sure he definitely
was influential in at least some way.
Yes.
All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about Lunar Smoke then? Why don't we take a look at the top of the campaign, see where we're
last
at.
week I didn't have caffeine. This week I do have caffeine. There's a difference. One is cranky, the other is
Bouncy?
chaos. Bouncy chaos.
Yes. Absolute chaos.
Sorry, I need to look at the rest of the campaign. Yes.
You never want to overuse your cottonmouth. That's true,
fair.
Sumo.
That's fair.
I don't want to wear it out, though. Like
Yeah.
this is the first time we're doing this show. We're probably going to keep doing it because I think it's hilarious, but I don't want it to get too old. I don't want it to be too gimmicky. So I have to use the term a little sparingly. What are you drinking?
It's prickly pear cactus water.
You're drinking cactus water?
It's really good.
Oh, okay. All right.
Lord Ravener says you'll go blind if you overdo it.
And get hairy palms, from what I understand, if you do it by yourself. If being on stream with B-Rose leads to cuckoldry, we should all shun B-Rose.
Mubik says the irony is Hockey was probably just using this as an excuse to go make another baby.
Fair.
Just wait till you get some lady creator-owned comics.
That would be awesome. I would love to see that. Go all the way to the top. There we go. So this just popped off today, right?
It's actually gotten a good momentum all, for the past week. It's only been live for 7 days ago.
So it went live 7 days ago. I'm sorry. I thought it went live today. My bad. So yeah, for a week. That's still really good. 96 backers. Holy crow.
And every day
I can't see I should just control it on my side. No. And $3,000 out of and this got out why I want to know $100 goal. Now last time it was a $500 goal. So what's up with that, man? You need 5 times less cash to do this book.
This in particular, I kind of just wanted to get it out there. I kind of because at that point everything was already done. I even did all the stretch goals at some level, and I was really just curious how this would fare. This is more of a testing ground to see if there's enough interest to continue doing Lunar Smoke. So for me, that's really what it was about. It didn't really matter to me about the goal. I did have a good feeling after all my previous ones that it would hit around there, where it's at now, but not this fast. So I'm pretty happy.
Pedro says, "Hey, I'm late. What did I miss? What did he miss, Arman? What were you saying about Pedro just before?"
He's a rock star, that's for sure. I tell him every
time. You were saying that. Danny says, "I can't tell what those are. Is that like no smoking?
No smoking signs.
No smoking." And then there's a bunch of F Danny in the chat because F Danny. Hell, Frog G, we are glad to have Frog G with us, dropping those links to those creator-owned comics. So I gotta ask, where'd you get this idea from?
So I knew I wanted to do a cheesecake book. I see them popping off. Honestly, what it was is I saw my good friend Corey Hardiman. He came out with a book called Sister Mercy. And I've been seeing this pop up, over the past like year or so, every few months. And I was like, I see it doing always so well. I always see cheesecake doing so well. So what I did, and a lot of people tell me, is I like reverse engineered the perfect cheesecake book. And I even started with the name was the first thing I thought of. And then I worked backwards off of what it could be. So Lunar Smoke. Then I'm like, all right, so it has to be set in space. It obviously has to be a girl. And then I kind of just tried to get as crazy as I could with that, with those
So
elements.
you got the name first. You went with Lunar Smoke, and then you built the comic around the branding.
Yep, exactly.
This sounds like a really deep and well thought out character and storyline.
It became that afterwards because when I was in the middle of writing the first, the outline of the first issue, I was like, I had never really, written cheesecake before. It's kind of like my first go at it. But then, I really wanted to, make it a lot more cooler and deeper. And it did get there by the end. But beginning, it was definitely just, all right, I want like a smoke show.
Wait, so you actually did go and make this thing well thought out, deep, and have like an engrossing storyline?
Yeah, because I could not.
Now I don't want it.
I was not happy with the way it currently was, but it
the final frontier is no match for this cowgirl. Lunar Smoke is the sheriff of the moon, and she wants all the smoke. With her intimate moon diary and trusty sidekick Misty Moon, Lunar must protect and serve the newly formed colony Moon City. But everybody has their own agenda. Beware werewolves, Martians, and lunatics. Genre: sexy space western. I mean, that sounds like a cock if I've ever heard one, right? That's definitely designed to be one of those creator-owned comics that stands up all on its own and rises to the top.
After this, we can no longer call ourselves family-friendly entertainment.
The kids don't understand these jokes.
We're just working blue all day.
What?
Never mind, keep going.
So you mentioned werewolves on the moon, and lunatics. Right. I see what you did there with lunatics.
I tried to have too much fun with this, and I was, writing even the first outline. I was like, even going from the reverse engineering, I was like, I just need to have fun with this. Like, how crazy and fun can we get? That's where we're at. We're on the moon. Of course, there has to be werewolves. Of course, there has to be lunatics. And everything in between.
Yeah.
So do you go into how we got Moon City and all of that stuff, or do we just roll with this is the setting, this is what we're doing here? Tell me about the world of Lunar Smoke, and then tell me about the main character, the antagonists, that kind of thing. Explain the setting to me a little bit.
We get one page kind of backstory, not really, that places us there, and then that's it. We're on the moon. Kind of just establishes that the colony is set up, and there's an atmosphere now around the moon, kind of like Earth, or Earth-like atmosphere. Everybody's able to take off their masks or their spacesuits, and then that's forming, and then we jump right into it. So the city's already kind of finished under construction. People are there. There's already crime. We're gearing up for the first election. People are kind of starting civilization of the colony. And of course, Lunar Smoke is there to kind of ensure it all goes right and kind of protect and serve and make sure, the best interests are held. So
I really dig how she is a lunar marshal, or, the sheriff of the moon. She's out there in the void of space, the vacuum of space, in a bikini and chaps. That's just, I gotta say, I love that, because it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It completely disregards any element of believability. But it could be set anywhere, but it's because you want the planets and the black sky and everything. It's all the visuals. The reason for the comic is the visuals. We're looking at two big round orbs when we're looking at Lunar Smoke. So, and I'm talking about, the planets in the background. But it seems to, like, it really plays on the whole idea of comic books as spectacle, right? So the layouts have to be, you know, punctuation. There has to be great action. There has to be a lot of excitement, and you have to want to stare at this. Honestly, this is the kind of book where you don't need to read the words. You know, you're looking at the lady with the big titties and the cowgirl guns shooting the bad guys, and story is honestly secondary, or even tertiary.
We're all about them orbs.
We are.
JoJo's demographic says, get it in big in.
I have these are the original pages, 11 by 17. I have all of them right here.
Oh wow!
That's awesome.
So are you going to be selling those, or are you going to be holding on to them?
I am holding on to them for now, but you know, New York Comic Con's coming up.
I was going to say, like, you're going to drop them at a con, aren't you?
People want. This is the first page, you know what I'm saying? So it's immaculate detail.
The art is gorgeous on this.
Yeah, it's really great.
I'm a big fan.
Tell me about the team. How'd you put the team together on this one?
Oh, that's the cover on the other side there. But yeah, the team was something, you know, because this is probably the fastest book I've ever put together, by the way. And it's done now. But you know, I had this idea maybe at the end of, I think it was end of April, beginning of May. And so, you know, a few months, but from conception of the idea of this name, putting the team together, getting it out, and now it's almost at the printer. You know, just finishing lettering, and then it's almost at the printer. That's the fastest I've ever done it, honestly. And it started with the idea, and then the team. And I was looking. I found this guy from the Ed Bean studio in Brazil, and I was partly inspired by, of course, Billy Tucci did the same thing for his She. He found somebody from the Ed Bean studio, Hardini Lima. I really liked what they were doing out there. I've had my eye on this artist for a while, but just never had the right thing for him.
Right project.
And then it came from, like, you know, this cheesecake. Of course, people are gonna. You know, that's what they do best at Beans and in that studio there. So reach out. He liked the project. He wanted to come on board. And then, you know, really started with him. And then afterwards, we got the colorist on board. And of course, the colorists were just, you know, there was a huge search out for that. And we landed actually with the Lost Magic colorist, which was funny. But he did a great job. Whole different art style compared to Lost Magic. Same great, you know, talent though. And then from there, just getting fun crossover ideas and cover ideas to come and join.
So tell me about what's going on right around here, right around this area.
This was our cheesecake variant. I was actually inspired by, like,
is it the whole book cheesecake?
Yes, but this was like them actually eating cheesecake. You know, on the
moon, on the moon. And is she leaning over to blow out a candle? That's what that looks like?
I believe
or is she cutting the cake?
I think she's about to take a bite of the cake, but it could be any of the
face first.
Some taste.
Yeah.
Glenn Clinton says, "Lord help us, it's Arman."
And
cheesecake.
This is the cosplay cover that Dojo really loves. Tell me about who is this cosplayer, and how much fun did they have dressing up as Lunar Smoke?
They had a lot of fun, and one of the first things she told me she really wanted to do this when we first had this conversation was because it was like she was so excited that she'd be the first person to ever cosplay this character, and I was like, let's do it. And she actually did it at a con in Canada. So she is Canadian. She's a Canadian cosplayer. She's been doing this, many years. She loves doing it for many years now. And then she built this entire costume from scratch. And then when she said she could do it from scratch, I was like, all right, you're the one. And then she did it. It looks great. And I actually have it in like a box downstairs.
Yeah, so I'm going to say there's a pledge tier, 200 or more, the Lunar Prop cosplay. And two people, or one person has already picked up part of this cosplay outfit. And the stuff that's available is the cowboy hat, the sheriff's badge and prop gun, the duster jacket and prop gun. Those were the three things that are available. Which one's been picked up already?
It's up to them, I guess. First come. So whatever he wants. If he wants the hat, that's it. Like if he wants the badge and the gun, that's his. If he wants a jacket.
Now, what about the boots? The boots, man. Those boots are something else.
That's actually true. She did say we can sell the boots. I actually I'll reach out to her because I know that was a big point of contention debate over the cosplay costume when she was ready. So the boots are definitely for sale. It was like a pair of military boots.
I think you should sell both the tops and the bottoms. You know what I mean? Like you could do the duster jacket and a gun, the hat and a gun, the tops and the bottoms. Put the whole thing out there for sale. I remember when we talked about this once upon a time, we talked about like making a cosplay and then just selling off the pieces and seeing what goes. And you went right up to the line and then just a little bit shy. I mean, you could put the thong and the boots together and really have like a legitimate tier. You know what I mean? But
Mobix wants to know, will Lunar Smoke ever travel to Crack Planet?
Oh, it could possibly happen.
It definitely can happen. I definitely inside story.
He's not Phoenix, Pedro. It's just the costume that's in the box.
This is great interior art. Now, tell me about this. Who makes the clay toys? This is the second clay toy I'm seeing. Is this the same clay toy? What are you laughing about? What?
So Dojo said he only needs to be the first to come to get that. And then Mobig says, I guess Dojo has dibs since here.
I don't know, Dojo. Would you buy a thong and some boots on off a campaign like this, like the exclusive, one of a kind, only ever worn once, original cosplay of Lunar Smoke to have your one and only dress up in the bottoms? Would that be something that interests you? I don't know. Type in the chat.
G says, Neff, I applaud your desire to.
I'm just saying. I know how to market shit, Arman. That's all I'm saying.
I will talk to her. We'll try to put it up by the weekend.
Yeah, you don't have to, man. It's only if you want another $200 or more. Honestly, you could upcharge that to like $300 and make it its own special tier. You know what I mean? And you're already doing like nudie cover. You could throw in like the naughty cover on top of that, and make it make a little bit of.
I am gatekeeping the naughty cover behind a paywall, but people are still buying it, so I don't know what's happening there. So
well, I mean, it's just the naughty cover is the same cover with boobies, right?
Yeah, but that's for $100. That's what I'm charging for it.
Drive safety wag.
So the wraparound cover, right? The wraparound
taking a turn.
The wraparound cover.
That's not shared currently.
Oh, okay.
So
we'll
there
fix
we
it.
go.
So the wraparound cover up here was the one where she was eating the cheesecake, right?
Yep. It's at the bottom, the NFW cover.
Is this the naughty cover?
Yep, that is the one.
And that's $100, the wraparound.
That is right.
Holy crap. How many of them have you sold?
I think 3 or 2. I think
that's a nice
Jeez Louise, man.
Boost.
Is that in the is that in here somewhere?
It's only in the add-ons. You can only get it as an add-on.
Okay.
So you don't get like
selling pornography, whatever,
like
on the main campaign page or something.
Flagged or whatever.
Yeah. It looks pretty flagged to me already. There's a fire everywhere and a happy face with a tongue sticking out. You know how it is. So you also have these crossovers with Sister Mercy, Reign of Ages, and Tragedy. Phil Russard's Tragedy right here, looking great.
So this was also a new thing I was doing that actually was probably like the greatest marketing strategy I've had so far, because I started for the first 3 days, all right, anybody Lunar Smoke, my fan base, but then it became all of Reign's fan bases. Sarah's pushing that. Sister Mercy just launched yesterday. And
why didn't you hit up Max DeVille for Mary Machine Gun or Larry for Niobe?
Oh yeah, Larry
those have enormous fan bases.
I'm just not friends with them, I guess. But the thing was like, so then what was it? Sister Mercy, that was week 2. Now he's pushing that, and Tragedy launches next week, and he's gonna push that. And then for the
which is really smart to kind of coordinate and stagger that way. That is an intelligent
the momentum going.
Yep, it does, especially if you're doing such short turnaround times. Now, why did you decide to do these covers this way? with Pac or I'm sorry, the Prince with Pac and Nick. I mean, why hire them in particular? Can you tell me who the artists are?
So a little bit. So Pac, I kind of wanted to do this is like a little bit crossover actually with Elixir too. Any fans will notice that. But it's really just like people who really wanted to do it. So I asked Pac, we're very close, working on Elixir, and Nick is actually he's the creator of or one half the creators of Rain. So I let him go crazy. He wanted to really make. He loves cheesecake. That man. I don't know if you've met him yet, but so he was really happy with that one. And then I just got the main artist because Phil from Tragedy just really liked the artist Arcelio. So I just got the same artist for that. So
Dojo says, Arman, you need to do a crossover with Siamese next time.
I don't know who that is, but I will do it.
That's Dojo's. That's Dojo's cock. He's got twins. He's got twin female cat girl superheroes.
I love it. Yeah,
you guys could get down and collaborate your cocks. You could dock your cocks. You know what I mean, and figure out how to do something together. We have the Ice Queen with us. Glad to have you here, Ice Queen.
Welcome.
Cheesecake plus cheesecake equals extra thick cheesecake. That's true. It does. Did someone say hi to Rob? Did we say hi to Rob?
Did, but then you talked over me. So.
Oh, well, that's understandable. Yeah, Rob. What's up, Rob Replicator? Thank you so much for tuning in. Glad to have you with us.
Like says, you guys could play swords.
You could play swords. You guys could do it. So I wanted to ask, tell me about the clay figure. Who does these clay figures? This is the second time that I'm seeing one.
Yes, I met this man at a con right by me actually, and we met a few times. We actually went like comic book shopping one time, mostly to kind of like talk about this. But he's a cool guy. There you go. Great style. It's the blue's a little too dark here, but he'll correct it going forward. But it's an awesome action figure. It stands on its own, but it'll protect you and your book. Exquisite detail. Especially in the hair. It looks super cool. It's sturdy. It's hard. And it's a nice gun action there. This is 6 inches tall. And yeah, it's just very cool. I saw this and I was like, let's do it. And if it works well, these are made to order. So we made a deal where we can just keep doing these for the next few campaigns. If people really want to collect them, they can.
So who's the designer?
His name is Luis, but he goes by Shadow Rabbit Clay.
Yeah.
That's the same guy that's doing it for Designated.
Yeah, Peter's book.
That's Peter Palmiotti and
I can't remember his name. Mark something.
Mark Torres?
Yeah, Mark Torres, exactly. Mo says, imagine Siamese and Lunar Smoke pairing up for a dual promotion, a DP dual promotion from two such substantial COCs, creator-owned comics, would be nearly unstoppable. I mean, it's true, Mo, but they would have to go up against Projectile Reptile because Lunar Smoke is a cowboy and Projectile Reptile is a reptilian cowboy that gets cursed by a druid that turns into and then he's in modern times. So that would actually be a really interesting crossover. She's on the moon and he's a reptile, and then we could have the Siamese there. I don't know. You guys would figure it out. It'd be a good time. 6 inches. That's respectable to some. I think Dojo's having a little bit of a laugh here, suggesting that 6 inches is it's average, right? We got Eric the Guapo with us. Eric, be careful. It's getting saucy in here. So tell us about this team. That's you, the writer, obviously. Where did you find all these weirdos?
Instagram. Again, Instagram is my go-to for some reason. But I've been following Arcelio for a while. Again, he was part of the Ed Bean studio. Very reputable, really great. Kind of mostly cheesecake stuff they produce. A lot of pinups, but this guy took a leap into comic art. Michael Woods, of course, is my longtime friend. Actually, the first colorist that I ever actually paired with, and really got attracted to for Lost Magic. So it's him. It's the same guy, but totally he does so many different styles, and it really just worked well. And he was also had the quick turnaround we needed to kind of get this out in the few months. one of the big things I was trying to do going forward for this book and everything going forward, technically even Rush New York City, I don't letter anymore. I kind of, brought on a letterer to kind of be like the submarine treehouse letterer. And it's this guy, Marco Della Verde. So I'm very happy to have him. He's an Italian, and he also does pre-press and all of that fun stuff that I don't have to
do.
You definitely need someone for pre-press.
Yeah, letters too. Like it's more than just typing in the words. Like, the bubbles where they're going. Making sure they don't cross.
So as we saw, you have the entire book in that binder. The book is 100% complete and ready to go to the printer. And you will bag and board each comic and ship them out in the collectible box. On recyclable green poly mailers. What is this like environmentally conscious nonsense that you're doing here?
I'm trying to go green. We'll see if people appreciate it. It is a little more expensive, but I don't really mind. I don't know. Like we'll see if people like it or not. If they care. But I don't know. I think it like helps. I was looking at how many of these I get. I just like throw them in the garbage all the time. Like maybe
I had a giant pile of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I might as well.
All this cardboard. How many pages is this book?
24 pages. 24 pages. Yeah.
24 pages with a $10 price tag and $10 shipping and handling.
That is right. But everybody also gets this collector's box, which I think you guys are looking at.
Yeah.
Which is made with green materials.
Yeah. Wait, go down. It was actually like right below.
Yeah,
right there.
Yep,
yeah.
That's it.
It is made of the recyclable materials, but I wouldn't call it green. I don't know. But actually, it's like gonna
be. Dude, it is green.
Just in color.
That's right. It is the color green. But also it is like going to be like the highest quality box. It's going to have like this HD gloss to it. I'm very excited for this box. It's going to be very.
I can't wait to see how quality this box is, because we're all pretty partial to boxes around these parts, right? Like pretty much everybody's got a box now. So I want to see how your box stacks up to these other boxes that we got.
I hope so.
There.
And something I want to do for this box is all original artwork. And you get it right there. Artwork that unused anywhere else, made specifically for the box. So,
so box art. That's the standout. What were you saying?
Eric Guapo said, "Isn't cardboard green?"
Yeah.
And Pedro said, "It looks pretty green to me."
It does look pretty green. I mean, it's like.
And then Dojo said, "Quality boxes are important to COCs."
It's true. You got to put your quality cocks in quality boxes. Otherwise. I think we lost hockey a long time ago.
Oh no, hockey left. He pieced out way before. I think we even managed to chase away El Padrino. I think we were too saucy for Juanito.
Juanito hangs out with the bussy hunter. Okay, so no, I don't want to hear about that. So we were looking at these stretch goals. You unlocked the Sister Mercy print. Did you unlock the original song?
We did. I just didn't update it yet. I've been kind of running behind.
And then you're rolling up on an audiobook. Now, the audiobook, who's going to be reading this?
It is, so it's going to be a mosh posh of voice actors. But the main voice actor will be, hopefully she'll do most of the female characters, is the plan. Her name is Maggie Amore. She's like, best way to describe her, she's like a Southern Belle voice actress. So she's from, I believe, South Carolina. And so it's like she's been doing this for a while, not a while, but she's an actor, and then she's gonna kind of bring to life Lunar Smoke and all these other characters. So
very cool. Does Lunar Smoke have a Southern accent? Like
she looks like a Southern Belle. I mean,
I guess
a little bit.
She's like
she's a sheriff.
So she's kind of
because she's a cowboy. The answer is yes, but
is she a cowboy or is she a
cowgirl?
Something like that. Cow person. No.
I just don't
cow person would be a furry. So then there are these shot glasses at 7,500, which is great, but would that make them a tier on the campaign to back, or would everyone get shot glasses?
Everybody would get a shot glass. It would come in the box. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's awesome. So the box is big enough to accommodate a shot glass, like laying down?
Yeah, of course. It's as big as the it's as big as the elixir box. I don't
Hold
know.
on, let me make it big.
The elixir box.
Oh yeah. That'd work. You put it down on its side and you'd wrap it in bubble wrap or something. It'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then the T-shirt at 10K, that would be a tier, surely. Or
oh no, it would go right in the box. It would go right in the box.
You're just putting it in the box.
This
So
is a
fully loaded box.
It would come. Yeah, the box would be stacked to the rim.
The box is stacked. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Sorry, we all lost our train of thought there for a moment.
I just wanted to check out because he always puts something funny in the risks and challenges.
He does.
Here is where we list any possible reasons why the project could fail or be delayed. Seth MacFarlane buys the rights to use Lunar Smoke in a new season of the Orville Horizons. Are you telling me that you would delay the book if Seth MacFarlane decided to pick up this IP while the campaign was live? Would you really do that? Would you not give me my book because Seth MacFarlane buys the rights?
Yeah, it depends. Honestly, probably. Yeah, well, UNEF, of course, I would, ship it. It really depends, I guess, where we're at. If it's finished and if the campaign finishes, of course, I would fulfill it. But if he gets it like mid-campaign, he picks it up and says you have to shut it down, and that was one of the rules, I guess I would.
Would you refund people at least?
Yeah, of course. Well, the campaign would never have collected because it would never be over. You know what I'm saying? It never was finished. Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, it says you wouldn't fulfill, fail or be delayed. I mean, be delayed means like a delay in fulfillment. Fail, it has already not failed. It's already met its $100 goal. So.
All right. I don't think Kickstarter doesn't collect money until the very, very end.
Right, until it's over. Mm-hmm. But once it collects, you still don't have to. You still have time before you can fulfill. You probably don't. You're probably stacking the books, getting them ready to go out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
fulfillment is in such overdrive. But
there doesn't even have time for Seth MacFarlane to offer him anything.
That's fair. But a lot of people take up to 6 months to fulfill their book afterward. And, there's a little period in there where you have the money and you're still waiting to send out the stuff. So hopefully Space Cowboys will still be cool in 2 weeks when this campaign wraps up.
I have a feeling. D-Wag wants to know, would that be fulfillment?
Probably would. It definitely probably would.
Can of puns here.
All right. So we're coming up on the hour here. Is there anything else you'd like to point out about the book or anything else you'd like to tell us before we hit the button here and eject from the show?
I saw Dojo mention my editor. I got a new editor, and that is true. I did get a new editor, and she actually has her own editor team. So that's kind of why I kind of went in a new direction. And they will be, again, I'm trying to bring more people into the treehouse.
Ashley. Of course, Dojo's asking about Ashley.
I'm trying to bring more people into the treehouse, and part of it is getting the editor, like a full editor team, so I don't have to do everything myself, right? And that's kind of like the big goal here. So I'm kind of excited for that and working with her and going forward. So
very cool.
That's awesome. Well, anyway, thank you so much for coming on and showing us your cock. We are so glad that you could be the first official guest that we had here on Show Me Your Cock on the Global Frequency. If you guys enjoyed the new show, please click the thumbs up and like this video. Also, please subscribe to be kept up to date when there are more cocks for us to show you. Don't forget, if you want to know that
Benjamin said Arman is such a cool dude.
He is. He's a very cool dude. I just, you do stuff and I give you my attention, and we always screw up the outro.
I know. Sorry. Well, I
will get the boots this weekend. I'll talk to Susie about the boots. I see.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Put those suckers up. I'm telling you, you might actually sell them. I'm pretty sure Dojo's ready to buy them right now. He's got his wallet in his hand. He's sweating. He's ready to go. Why don't you guys all click the bell for notifications?
And tune into the frequency.
See you next time.